So yesterday we just discussed the introduction part, and the next one I don't never discuss about the what is SAP, but just for your understanding is a system application programming, and it provides only for business oriented applications, or we are going to be implemented into the system. And who invented SAP is the Waldorf as a German person, and it is purely for the business oriented purpose we are going to be implementing. And these are all the phases we are having. So I'll discuss these phases and all. I don't want to discuss about when it is invented and all. Those are not required. So, but just 1972, right now we are in the 2024. Still now we are using for the SAP. Okay, so that much demand we are having, because the demand is the reason is only for the payroll. So other system, other domains having some issues while running the payroll, because every year financially tax slabs are going to be changed. For example, as in India, same way for other countries also some tax slabs are going to be changed. So obviously SAP by default it's going to be upgraded into the system instead of manually performing. So tax or regulations or rules of country, all these are going to be by default is going to be updated. So that is the big advantage for the SAP payroll consultant. And also whatever application we are unable to access, those we can customize from the SAP application. For that we are using ABAP, that is Advanced Business Application Program. Okay, so we have R1, R2, R3 systems. Next classes I'm going to discuss about the what are the systems and all. Okay. So all these evolutions are coming. And the present scenario, we are using, most of the clients are using with that same. And these are all the companies are going to be accessed with that SAP. And economic point of view, we are having, if you are observed, 2024, we are having 4 billion uh, billion kind of is going to be working. Someone mute yourself. If you have questions, then you can unmute. Yeah. So such kind of business we are having, and our CAP also offer the cloud applications. Okay. So HANA is also one of the kind of cloud, but database is going to be stored into the cloud, but we cannot find out that changes. As usual, it feel like as a ECC system only, and we have a lot of growth and having into the SAP. Who are having some doubts, SAP is a old version application. If we learn, we are getting the good growth into the career. And the answer is yes, we are having the good growth. If it is a cloud application or any other application, as you are a payroll consultant, then obviously you have a growth as a career point of view. There is no doubt at all. Even we are using cloud application, at the end we supposed to come to ECC system and need to run the payroll. Cloud just saving the employee data. Just a central database we are saving. And if we want to generate the payslip, obviously we supposed to come to ECC payroll and run the payroll and generate the payslips. So all those points yesterday we already discussed. Okay. So economic point of view, we are getting a lot of growth into the SAP. So because it is initially want to know that we are getting good career or not. So that is the point of view. I just keep these slides into your purpose. Okay. And also we have a lot of job opportunities into the SAP. And right now we are having includes HANA. So just asking for that, are you able to work on that HANA or not? So we can say that yes, because at the end of the course, I will explain the differences of HANA and T codes of HANA also. So you can include that point into your resume. Okay. Yeah, these are the business markets we are having into the SAP. So EMEA, NA, United States and Canada, LAC, APAG. So whenever they are approaching with the HRs are going to be approached to find out their location of job because those countries they want to work. So we can call it as a EMEA. EMEA means Europe, Middle East, America, Africa. So UK, Netherlands, Belgium, all European country projects, country specific projects we supposed to work. Right now I'm working into the EMEA because Netherlands and the UK, Belgium all comes under the EMEA, even for the Germany as well. Okay. And South Africa, all these countries comes under the EMEA region. So whenever you are joined into any company, if they are providing UK country project or Netherlands or Germany, we can say it is a EMEA project. Okay. NA means United States, North America we can call it as. So in the North America, we have United States and the Canada projects. Okay. LAC, Latin America. So Latin America, we are having these two countries we are going to be performed. So APJ, Asia Pacific and Japan, Australia, New Zealand, okay, China, South Asian, all these countries projects we are going to be implementing. So whenever you're joined in that group, suppose you are going to be this region or this region or this region, under this region also different departments, different business units we are having. So there you are going to be work. But easily we can understand in resume they are mentioning that you are going to be work into the EMEA. EMEA means UK, Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, lot of countries are there. Those country related work you are going to be work. If they mention into the resume NA, that is a United States of countries projects you are going to be work. So the words you want to familiar, so I just explain. It is very advanced, but just for understanding purpose, I'll explain. Okay. These are all the SAP products we are having. Supply chain management, sales, inventory, integration, purchasing, e-commerce, okay, accounting, detailed. These many products we are having. But our task is only for implementing. But as per company point of view, the clients like yesterday example in TCS going to be implement for Swisscave, then we are having to these many offers we are having providing. So as per their requirement, they are going to be choose and they are going to be implemented with that. Okay. So that's all not required. So I quickly jump to our concept. Yeah. What are all the projects we supposed to implement into the SAP? Okay. Probably we are implementing implementation project and support project, enhancements project. So probably these three kinds we are using. So I'm going to discuss about the implementation project first. Okay. So in this project, we have a lot of phases we are having. Okay. So those are total 5 phases we are having. So as of now, same example I'm taking. So this is our client or customer. I'm using client word only. Swisscave company. Maybe it is located in the UK or US because anyhow we are going to implement US country project only. So it is located into the US. Okay. So in this US company, we are getting the project as a TCS person. TCS company got the project. Okay. So now we are this company earlier they are used Workday or PeopleSoft or Oracle HCM. Okay, but they want to migrate into the SAP. So they approached the TCS company and they are take out this project and they are going to be implementing. Okay, so now whenever we are going to be implemented, so we have total 5 phases are there. Okay, phase one. So phase one, just want to discuss with the blueprint discussion. Discussions only happen. So what kind of discussion? It means they are going to be interact with the client, okay? And what are how many areas you are going to be run your business in US also, like New York, New Jersey, okay, California. So all these locations you are going to be run, and all these locations are going to be implemented into the SAP, or any one location you're supposed to implement, and what is the budget and how many number of employees, when you're supposed to when you want to get this SAP application. So all kind of discussions are going to be happening to the phase one. We never interact into the phase one. Phase one going to be interact with the project manager, okay, and mm, business sales business persons, business heads, going to be discuss all this discussion. And also they are telling that these are the offers we are providing and these many services we are giving. All such kind of discussions are going to be happening to the phase one. We never ever interacting to the phase one. Okay, so in the phase one they are getting complete details. Okay, so a business point of level, and once they are impressed, then they are interested to work with the TCS to implement the SAP application. They will get the sign off of that project. Now coming to that phase two. Okay, and here the phase two. So when they are availability, they find out and they are going to be discuss, gather the requirements. This is phase two. We can call it as a gather requirement. So answer no. Show you this one. So project preparation or a discussion, we can call it as phase two, we can call it as a blueprint. Third phase, it is a realization phase. And fourth one, final preparation. And fifth one, go live support. And usually there is no sixth phase, only 5 phases we are having. And they are running their SAP application. Okay, so these are a roadmap or the phases of the project. So in the first project preparation, no one is involved into that phase. Only higher authority people are involved, discuss with the client, and the client is happy with that and everything. They are ready to give the project with us. Then going to be start with the second phase. So that is called as a blueprint discussions. We can call it as a BP. Okay. So what it means of BP? Okay. Just write in BH2. Okay. It is a BP. Business blueprint discussion. Okay. Or also we can call it as a requirement gathering for understanding. Okay. So in this phase, lead consultants and teammates, complete team, and project managers going to be attending. So what we are going to be doing this way, we want to implement SAP application for that client. We need data. Okay, so that data we are going to be discussed. Okay, so I'll show you what kind of data, how they are going to be get. So before attending this phase two, okay, the lead consultant prepare the Excel document. Okay, whether it is Excel or Word document, whatever it is, they are going to be prepared, and whatever they are telling, we are going to be maintain into the Excel sheet. So this is the blueprint, one of the UK project. Okay, so how many company codes they are having. So these are the technical words of SAP. Don't bother about, you will understand later the classes what is company code and all. Okay, what is that city and what is the currency address, and what are all the employee groups, how many personal areas you are having. I'll tell you what. So this way they are maintaining the Excel sheet and discussing with the client, and whatever information they are telling, they are going to be implementing and maintaining into the Excel sheet. So blueprint discussion phases we can see. Okay. So as a IC, and yesterday also I discussed, we can call it as a designation functional consultant. Okay. So if you are having a lot of experience, we can call it as a IC, lead consultant. And if you are a fresher, they can call it as a IC, implementation consultant. Okay. So we can call it as a implementation consultant. PM is nothing but project manager. Okay. So project manager. So in the second phase, lead consultant lead that meetings, and the lead consultant is going to be asked about the how many locations you are having business, where you are going to work. Okay, suppose they are telling that New York, okay, and New Jersey and California. So all these locations they are telling. Okay? Like for example, if you feel that it is in India. Okay, in India country, they are telling that Hyderabad, okay, and Bangalore, and then Pune. Okay, so these locations. Again, we want to ask with that again Hyderabad location, any sub locations you are going to be running your business. Yes, they are selling that Gachbowli and Nanakramuda. So likewise also we are going to be asked. So all these details we need to get. So this we can call it as a This we can call it as a name of the company as a company code. Name of the company or company code. And this Hyderabad also we can call it as a company code. Terminology. SAP terminology. Okay. And this suppose Gachpoli or something, we can call it as a personal area. PA, personal area. And the areas, that means we in Hyderabad location, what are all the areas you are running the business? So we can call it as a personal areas. In Hyderabad location, how many sub locations are in Gachibowli, how many departments you are having? Okay, so those departments we can terminology as a personal sub areas. Later all sections you are familiar all this terminology, but now just understand. So all this information we supposed to gather. Okay, so how many locations we are having, okay? How many employees you are having, head count of employees, okay? And what are all the policies you are following? Because all policies we supposed to implement, okay? So all this information gather using the phase two, okay? Now phase three. So in phase three, whatever the requirement we gathered, okay, as lead consultant, prepare this kind of Excel sheet and give it to the team, and the team is going to be configuring to the system. So phase three, we can call it as a technically realization phase. Okay, but our understanding purpose, implementation. Okay, implementing the system or coding. Usually everyone knows that coding, but here we never write any coding. So we are going to be start implementing the system. As per this blueprint, we supposed to implement. Suppose how many company codes are there? Two company codes are there. Okay, so these two company codes we supposed to implement. For each company code, what is address? Okay, what are chartered accounts? Okay, what is the financial year of that company? Okay, and what are all the cost center? Just we are implementing. We don't want to get what is cost center and all. If it is cost center, usually big MNC companies, finance people is complete the configuration, and they are going to be given to us. We are going to be, and how many employee groups are there? Okay, and what are personal areas? So these many personal areas they are having. Okay, and these many personal sub areas are there. So all this kind of complete name and all, and where you supposed to implement. So the table number also they mentioned. Okay, so there we are going to be implement. So that is what phase three. Okay, and also phase three, once implementation is done, okay, you're supposed to implement it. You need to test from your end. That we can call it as a UAT, user acceptance test. Because once we done our part, implementation is done from our end, we supposed to test for it. Okay, so that is what UAT is. And phase four, we can call it as a UAT and balance. Balance. Okay, and training for the client as well. So once implementation is done, uh, as per your end, you are also done. You feel that everything is working fine. Then UAT again going to be executed some other testing team. Okay, testing team is going to be perform some testing. But right now, as of budget point of view, implementation people only going to be perform the testing as well. Okay, they prepare some scenarios. As per the scenarios, we are going to be test from our end. There is no testing team. Earlier, we have a testing team because the market is very down. So that purpose, cost cutting purpose, they are understand that anyhow implementation team is here this phase 4 they are getting some free time. So that reason some companies, not for all the companies, some companies perform the UAT as an implementation person only. Some companies they have separated testing people, they are going to be test. Okay, so whenever we are performing UAT, here we are perform the testing dummy employees. Okay, dummy employees, we are performing the testing. But parallel is also called as a kind of testing. But whenever parallel comes, real employees, okay, real employees, we are loading and perform the testing. Okay, so actual result we are getting. Okay, dummy employees we are hired, we are maintaining into the system and perform the UAT. Okay, but in the parallel, their legacy system employees or real-time employees are loading into the system, SAP system, and we are performing the testing. So that is what parallel. Okay. Uh, Usually there are two types of parallel, P1 and P2. So P1, one kind of parallel testing we are performing, P2, another kind of testing we are performing. Once everything is done, everything is correct. So in the parallel P1 and P2, we need to get the accuracy 95%. Result need to get 95%. Earlier, they run the pay slips with the workday. Okay. So same matching with the 95 above, then we are good to go for the go live. Otherwise, we need to fix that issues. So until we are getting above 95%, we are into the phase 4 only. Okay. So once everything is done, client very happy, then we are moved to the phase 5. It's a go live. Okay. Go live phase means from that month onwards, client going to run the payroll with the SAP system. They never ever use with their earlier application, Workday or some other. Okay. So here we are, whenever we are running as an implementation person, we are running the payroll on behalf of the client. Okay. How many months we are running? It's going to be run for the only 2 months. This 2 months or 6 months are completely based on the company, guys. Okay. Right now, my company, we are giving only implementation team going to get the 2 months support only for the client. Once 2 months are done, then support team is going to be get this project. Okay. They are going to be run the payroll. Whenever they are running the payroll, whenever they are facing any issues, client raise the tickets. Okay. Those tickets are going to be fixed it the support team only. Support team never ever involve all these many phases. Okay, already project done. We are done. Our part is done. Now support team comes to the picture and support team going to be act. Okay. Any issue comes, they never comes with the implementation team. Once 2 months is done, we are giving the documents and system is also giving to the support team. We are never responsible. Any issue has come also, they need to fix it into the system. So support team, if you are getting any support project, you know everything into the system. Okay, then we can able to fix those issues. Okay, client run the payroll and client face any issue, simply they raise the tickets and that tickets going to get receive the support team who is going to be fix those issues. So this is what support project and this is what implementation project. Hope you understand everyone.
Yes, I got.
And I'm explaining real point of view time only because this knowledge is very important whenever you are attending the interview as well. Because what what's going on into the real time, and you want to learn. And if the HR asking, we have a vacancy for the implementation project, we have vacancy for the support project. So as per your experience, and you are going to be putting resume, it is support project or implementation project. You want to know the difference between the support and the implementation project. Okay. So in implementation, end to end, each and every phase you are going to be interact and you are going to be learn. Okay. But in the support project, there is no kind of things. Okay. Suppose you join today to the company and they assign the support project. They are giving the KT. So this is the project and these many employees are there. And this is the payroll areas and blah blah things. Everything they are giving the KT and they are directly are going to be work on with that tickets only. Okay. When you are comfortable to support project, if you have experience, then able to work with the support project. Okay, that is my intention. But some people directly as a fresher also going to get into the support project. They will give the support whichever company you are going to work. And good to know for the each and every level of phase what's happening and what are all the things. So that is the reason I explained. And we are going to be implementation project into our system, demo systems. Okay. So I'll explain. So this is the phase one, and these are all the things I'm going to explain you and all these things. Okay. Now you may ask your questions, queries, doubts. Doubts? Vijay, Naveen, Mulya, Srihari, Swati. Swati,
Yeah, ma'am.
I think today you attend the first class.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to understand what I explained?
Okay, ma'am, I can understand.
Are you a fresher?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you completed your post graduation or graduation?
Graduation, ma'am.
Vijay, any doubts?
No, as of now, no.
Anything you want to discuss?
Uh, uh,
So from Monday onwards, I'm going to explain about the what type of systems we are having and R1, R2, R3 systems, and directly I jump into the SAP system and I'll show you. I don't want to take more introduction classes. Directly jump into this subject. I don't want to waste your time and my time. It's my time is very precious. Every time, every person time is very precious. So I don't want to waste your time. Okay. So on Monday class, I will start explaining the system and going to the system. And whenever whatever concept if I explain, interview point of view and real time point of view, I'll explain. And also I just to show you that Excel sheet. Okay, so that is called as a blueprint. As per the blueprint only, I'm going to teach you, and you are going to be work that way only. Okay, so completely real time oriented only I'm going to discuss with you. It's then only the students going to be beneficial to the subject as well. Okay, so no questions. I'm taking your silence as so sorry guys.
Hi, ma'am. Srihari.
Yes, Srihari, go ahead.
Yeah, beyond this, actually, I have a doubt about this career. Ma'am, will we get calls on this particular domain, a particular module in future or not, ma'am?
Cards in the sense?
Calls,
Pardon?
ma'am. Ma'am,
Can
will we get
I'm
calls, ma'am?
saying
Calls.
about interview calls.
Oh, interview call. Sorry,
Yeah.
couldn't hear.
Yeah,
Calls.
yeah, ma'am. That's what
Okay, calls. Completely repeat your question.
yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'm audible.
Yeah. Sometimes I lost
Yeah,
my.
ma'am.
Yeah, you can speak
Yeah,
in.
some network glitches. ఓకే మ్యామ్ మ్యామ్ ఇది అయిన తర్వాత మనకి కాల్స్ ఏమైనా వస్తాయా ఫ్రీక్వెంట్ గా ర్యాండమ్ గా వస్తుంటాయా లేకుంటే ఎలా మ్యామ్ ఏమైనా
Obviously,
ఆపర్చునిటీస్ బాగుంటాయా లేదంటే ఫ్యూచర్ ఎలా
okay. Opportunities బాగుంటాయి, but the only thing is if you put a resume at the foreign country payrolls, then you will get the calls, because obviously all Indians are going to work with the foreign country projects only. Very less Indian country payroll we are having. Okay, so that's what even I'm going to teach US country payroll only. Whenever you are keep it resume, foreign country payroll and or payroll consultant payroll topics, obviously you will get the calls. Right, right now we have the
ఓకే
market for SAP. Okay. I think your doubt cleared.
యా మ్యామ్ యా క్లియర్
Any other? We are getting lot of projects because next financial year lot of SAP projects are getting. So obviously, right now we are in the last week of mid of the October. So November, December ending or January 1st, you're supposed to complete, and January is the fresh year. So obviously, the recruiters are going to be need to hire new employees for the new projects. So after Christmas, obviously we'll get lot of projects. Okay, even I'm getting the call to refer anyone. Okay, so once you are actively into the class and you are good knowledge while explaining, I will refer. Okay. Okay. So that's all for today.
Ma'am,
Yes, Naveen.
actually, I have one doubt, ma'am.
Hmm.
ఇప్పుడు యుఎస్ కంట్రీ పేరోల్ నేర్చుకుంటున్నాను.
Hmm.
సపోజ్ ఇంకో కంట్రీ పేరోల్ ఇస్తే అది మనం ఎలా చేయగలం? అది నేర్చుకోలేదు కదా.
Good question. So any country, 70% is the common for every country. Okay. I'll share my screen. Second. So each and every country, 70% is the common, or no, 80% is the common. This common we can call it as a generic SAP. Generic SAP. That means we have a gross salary and net salary. Okay. Gross means without deducting the tax. Okay, general deductions like loans or you have any other kind of deductions are there into the company, so that we can call it calculate into the gross salary. But net salary means tax, your country PF, okay, and statutory deduction. Suppose that employee having court orders in the sense foreign country, if suppose you have a credit card, you are not paying, okay, and then in the foreign country they directly approach to the government, okay, and that government find out where you are working and they're giving that information to that you have to deduct this much of amount. So that is called as a court orders. And also like foreign countries, if employees take a divorce, so he has to pay some support amount to that children's or spouse, sorry, wife. So that is also one kind of court orders. All these deductions are going to be happen for the net salary. Okay, so gross part is the common for every country. Only net part is the different because country wise taxes are going to be different. Okay, this tax and all system is take care of that. Okay, but we need to know for that how much of tax is going to be calculated and what is the functionality system is used to generate the tax. Okay, this part only for difference for each and every country. This gross part common for all the countries. That's why SAP is designed. Each and every country, if you want to learn very difficult part. Okay. Map how many countries, if you have all the countries gross part is the common. Only net part is the different part. So once you learn one country, okay, for gross part, that knowledge it will help you to work with that another country. Right now I'm working in Netherlands and Belgium. I don't know what is Netherlands country specific. They have lot many net part we have. Sorry, these many years of experience also, I'm not going to work with the net part. Net part going to work with this that country specific people only. I'm going to take over for the gross part. Okay, so keep on 1 or 2 projects are done. Now I'm going to concentrate on net part of that country specific. Country specific, we are not going to be learn. Apart from the country specific, we can able to work.